Algebra Boot Camp Notes, topic number 2, factoring. For example number 1, I'm going to take this expression and factor out a GCF. So I'm looking to see what's common in my two terms, and I see that my common GCF is going to be 2x minus 1. So now if I pull 2x minus 1 out of each of those terms, what I have left is going to be 4x minus, and then in parentheses, 2x minus 1. Make sure you keep that 2x minus 1 in parentheses, because eventually we're going to have to distribute that negative. I've got a mistake on this page. I put 2x plus 1 at the beginning. That should be 2x minus 1. So make sure you fix that on your paper. In the next line, we're going to combine like terms on the right side. And this is our final answer. Example number 2, we're going to factor this expression completely. The first thing I noticed with this problem is it's in the form of a sum of squares. I know this because 25x squared, we can take a square root of that and get 5x. Same thing with y squared, so both the ends are perfect squares. And then in the middle, we have an x and a y, and then 10, which would be my 2 times my 5. So I can quickly write this in the form 5x plus y squared. A quick note for you, remember that whenever we have a quantity squared, like 5x plus y, we aren't just squaring the 5x and squaring the y. So if we were going backwards on this problem, I would either need to use FOIL or box method to multiply 5x plus y times 5x plus y and get back to 25x squared plus 10xy plus y squared. In the notes, I'm also going to do problem 4 for you in your packet. So find that problem and work this one out down there. So for this one, we're going to pull out a greatest common factor. And what I notice is the same in my two terms is x squared plus 1. The thing that makes this problem a little tricky is the fact that it has a negative exponent. So remember, whenever we pull out greatest common factor, we're going to pull out the smallest exponent that we have. So on the first example that we did for factoring, we pulled out just an exponent of 1. We didn't pull out a squared. Here, our smaller number between -4 and -5 is -5. So we're going to end up pulling out x squared plus 1 to the -5. I'm also going to pull a negative out of this. Anytime our expression starts with a negative, which this one does, I want to make sure that I pull that negative out as well. So my greatest common factor here is negative x squared plus 1 to the -5. Okay, let's stop and talk about this here now. So I'm dividing out of this term, I'm taking out x squared plus 1 to the -5. Think about our exponent rules here. We would do -4 minus -5 to get our new exponent. So the top exponent minus the bottom. -4 minus a -5 is 1. And then over here, if I divide out x squared plus 1 to the -5, these just cancel, and all I have left is my 5x. I also pulled out a negative, so both of my terms in the parentheses are now positive. In the next line, I'm going to distribute the 3 into the x squared plus 1. Now I'm going to rearrange the terms of the second part just to put them in standard form. And then I don't want to leave a negative exponent in my final answer, so I'm going to move that term to the denominator and make it a positive exponent. Notice the negative that was out front of the x squared plus 1 to the -5. I've now just put out in front of the entire fraction instead of putting it in the denominator.